Are we ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Codependent Knitters. This is episode 67. I'm Dawn.
I'm Lisa.
And we are coming to you from Ontario. I'm in Sarnia, Ontario. And
I'm in
Lisa.
Muskoka.
Yeah. Beautiful Muskoka. The leaves should be turning color right now, right?
Yeah, they've started.
Right.
They're getting there. So yeah.
And are you inundated with photographers that want to?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They're coming. Yeah. Thanksgiving here it's crazy. Like we will be jam packed with people closing their cottages, people coming to colors. You get a lot of people that actually get family pictures and whatnot done. So yeah, they're all over the parks and yeah. But it is what it is. They keep our taxes low.
Well, it's good to be back with you again, Lisa.
I know, I miss you. I miss you. I just run down the road and see you again.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
We probably have a fair bit to talk about. We have finished our new to you technique make along for the lace theme.
Yeah.
And we picked a random entry, number 9, Try Linda. So I'll put her entry up on the screen. And Linda, you are going to win the Ravishing Socks pattern by Nancy Wheeler, who is Knit Sip Happy. And thank you, Nancy, for donating that pattern. That's very generous. I've knit them. It's a great fun knit. And there are some beautiful FOs. There are some beautiful lace socks that, I mean, I have a lot in my favorites, but wow, I'll be adding more.
Right? I know. Okay, so talking about favorites, do you ever go through your favorites and look at them and think, why is this here? Like, what was I thinking? And get rid of a bunch of them? Or things like, oh, well, I already knit something like this. Like, do you ever go through and just cull them?
No, not specifically like for that purpose. I don't make a decided effort to do that. But sometimes I will see some and then just think, oh, I'm just going to remove them. But yeah, you can search. So if you have way too many favorites like me, you can filter them. So if you're looking for favorites, like if you have like bazillions of sock favorites and you
basically, like, are you talking about when you go to the advanced search? Because if you click the advanced search, you can actually click as to whether it's on your favorites or in your library. I find that one really helpful.
You can do that. Yeah. You can also within your favorites, and if you've made bundles, that helps even more. So within a bundle, but it's not, I don't think it's called advanced search. I think it's called filter. But there is an option within a bundle. So say it's sweaters, you could filter on raglan, for example, right? And then, so it can help you look through your favorites a little more easily when you're looking for, specific something that you've put in there.
Right. You put in there somehow, and you can't remember what it was exactly, but you'll get it. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I do always do is if I buy a pattern and it's in my library, then I make sure I favorite it as well. But when you click on, if you have it in your favorites, if you just tap on it and go to the pattern page, it'll show you if it's in your library. You can also put a comment in when you favorite it. So you could make up your own tags, or you could put a comment as to the yarn weight, or, you can put a comment that it's in your library if you want to do that. But, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. But that is a good idea. I just never do that.
You know what? I was looking, the reason it started was I was looking for something and I'm like, how am I supposed to? And then I'm like, why is this here? What was I thinking?
When they're what's the every year before Christmas they do the gift along? Yeah. So I always go through them all and favorite, like I make a bundle for that year's gift along, and I favorite a bunch that I like. And then before the time's up, I'll go back through those favorites and decide which ones I want to purchase. And then I forget to clean out that bundle. So sometimes I'll go back and, but a lot of times there are patterns that I liked. may not have bought them, but whatever. Or I'll go through them, and then if I want to keep them, I put them in the appropriate other bundles, like if it's a sweater, etc. So yeah, you can, Ravelry is so vast, like what it can do. You can really, if you take hold of those capabilities, you can, it can really help you organize, or you can lose half of your life in there. Yeah.
I know, right? Sorry, those aren't sitting right on my nose. They're driving me crazy. There we go. Yay.
Okay. Well, we're going to do another give along. We decided just before we started recording. We have our year-long sweater make along, and still going strong. There are 100 and what did I say?
What is 170, 47, 147.
Yep, 147 posts, actually 146. And we did a random number generator for number 132. The entry is Lynn Clary. This is from the FO thread. So Lynn, we're going to purchase you a sweater pattern. Choose any sweater pattern that you would like to knit for up to $10 US. And then message me on Ravelry, and we will gift you that pattern in Ravelry. That's still going strong. And just as a reminder, at the end of the year, we do have our grand prize is a fade sweater bundle with a project bag donated by Ginger Snap Yarns.
Oh,
yeah.
One too.
Yeah. So, hey, what are you wearing?
Oh, I am wearing, it's by Isabell Kraemer. You'll be proud of me. I wrote this all down. Okay. It's Daelyn by Isabell Kraemer. I knit it with Knitting for Olive and the heavy merino, which is obviously slate gray. And it is 100% merino, and I love it. It's so cozy, it's toasty, it's warm, it's comfy, and I love the way her patterns fit. Like I just find I don't have to do a lot of modifications. This one is a bit different. I'll stand up in a second and show you, because the back, there's a design. So the back is garter stitch. Okay.
It's a little dark. Just back up a bit. Maybe.
See the pattern line right here?
Yeah.
So this is stocking stitch, and this is all garter stitch.
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. You have to turn your lights. Come there. Show us that side. Yeah, because the light's coming from the side. Beautiful. Yeah. That's neat.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. So it wasn't a boring knit, because you kind of and there's no increases. So well, there is, but you're kind of increasing, decreasing at the same time just to move that line.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm really happy with it. Cozy, warm, getting ready for sweater. So yeah.
I'm wearing Derecho. We're coordinating. I'm also in gray. This is Derecho, and I forgot to check who it's by. It's a Berroco pattern. It is knit in Berroco Remix, and this is the Remix Light.
That's
and
nice.
I think the color I used is Light Smoke 6930. So it's by Alison Greene for Berroco.
That's nice.
And I love it. Sorry?
It looks really nice on you.
I love it. It's short sleeve. It's so wearable. It's so comfy. And this Berroco Remix is a very good price point. You get a lot of yardage per ball. And I think it's considered a light DK, but I knit this at a DK gauge. And it has kind of a tweediness to it.
I do. That's what I like. I like the tweediness. It kind of
yeah. So I love it. I like
the open neck too. Like it's not a cloak. Yeah.
I love circular yokes. I think I've realized that that's what I like to wear the most. That I like on me.
It lets the heat out.
Hey, so you were commenting before. We both have new glasses.
I know. I had to change mine. I think I sat on them because they're kind of like this, and it's just.
I got these from Zenny.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got 2 more pair. I could get a pair of what are they called? Progressives, right? With the different distances and frames. And it was just over $100. So, I mean, come on.
Pretty good. That's
So
amazing.
I've wanted a pair of just, they actually have a slight pinkish tinge.
Oh, do you see mine's got a gray tinge?
Yeah. Yeah. But I've wanted a pair of clear ones for a while and I just finally ordered them. So I like them.
Okay. So I have to tell you the story. I got these last year because my prescription changed. And I brought these home and I loved them because they had that clear gray look to them. And my daughter comes home from school and she's like, really? Seriously? And I'm like, what? She takes her glasses out. She has the exact same glasses, only clear. She's like, not cool, Mom.
Okay, let's get into some juicy content.
Ooh.
We did our 2 draws. I have a couple of things to talk about, places I've been, places I've gone.
Okay.
I don't know if you do, but do you want me to start with?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So in August here locally, the Lampton County Fiber Arts Festival. It was their 2nd annual festival, and they held it in Petrolia this year.
Oh, nice.
And it was pretty good. They had a few more vendors this year, and they had more yarn for sale, and they still have things like they have ready-made products, but they have a really good variety. So there was weaving, crochet, knitting, there's a lady that cranks socks. So quilts, Glasstown Quilts was there. So our friend Christy, she's now doing quilting with a friend. And yeah, it was good because there were a few more yarn vendors and fiber vendors, which was kind of nice. So I attended that and I picked up some yarn. I got 2 big skeins of hand spun. Like seriously, someone was selling hand spun. Yeah, which I'll never do. I have no desire. So it's really plump and fluffy. So this is a 3-ply Aran, just in a denim blue. It's 100% merino. It is so soft and squishy, and that color is exact.
Wow, they're doing a pretty good job of spinning. That's really...
Yes, it's very consistent. It's so nice. And then she had this multicolored skein. So there's some plums hidden in there, like you can kind of see right in here.
And the yellows and the ochres and the blues and a little bit of gray.
So pretty. And again, this is also 100% merino 3-ply Aran. And she named it Carberry Farm Fall Day. So this person is Margaret, and her her brand is Threads and Things by Margaret. And I got these 2 skeins, which actually look nice together, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. Great. This is exact, these colors. I got great light today.
That would make a really nice shifty.
Yeah. I need more. Oh, cowl. I could do something.
You could just do a cowl without the big triangle, right?
Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? So I got those. And then another new to me vendor, I think they are fairly new, Cedar Lane Farm. So they are a farm in our county. And what did she tell me? Cedar Lane Farm. It's their own sheep, and they had it milled. So this is dyed at the mill. So consistent dyeing, like it's nice. And it is kind of tonal. You can see some light and dark tones. So I got this blue. I got this green. I never buy greens, but it was just such a gorgeous green. So I got some blue, some green, a natural, and a gray, I think. It's really nice. And the lady that was there selling it, she actually doesn't knit, but she was there representing the farm. So I told her she needs to learn to knit because she's making these beautiful yarns. Yeah.
She's making beautiful yarn. Learn to knit.
So that was, again, Cedar Lane Farm. And then Black Ash Alpacas was there, of course. So I did get some more alpaca, and I got these little mini skeins, and I can't remember now if it was wool and not mohair, what's the rabbit one?
Angora.
I think that's what's in it. So I can't remember if it's alpaca and Angora or wool and Angora, but they're just little mini skeins. But I mean, they were good price, and they're so soft.
You know what? They'd be really nice liners.
Yeah.
Or even, you know, when you do a hat, you could do like a facing around your ears. Do you know what I mean? Where it turns under and you stitch it. Just around your ears, that would really keep them toasty warm.
Yeah. So aren't those nice? And I did get some just natural white alpaca again. So.
Oh, nice.
And then something interesting I picked up there. A lady named Cheryl Lakes, Laakes, she had a bunch of different things there for sale that she'd finished, but also some kits. So this is a petty point kit, and it's a hummingbird pendant. So that's the design.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is petty point?
Petty point? It's needle point. So cross stitch is an X. Yeah. Needle point is one leg, right? Yep. And petty point is like microscopic one leg. So there's everything in here. And the pendant, where is it? I got to show you how small this is going to be.
I was going to say, I want to see how big it is.
I might use it for like a zipper pull or a progress keeper.
I would go progress keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be really pretty.
Then I can enjoy it. So here's the image, right? Okay. That I have to knit onto this tiny little, well, big enough that it will fit on this.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My eyes are just thinking about it.
I have a great big Greene lamp. I have a big magnifier and lamp on like a floor stand that I can just swing around. Okay. I'll have to use that. Wasn't that cool? Something new. That's so cute. So we'll put all these vendor names down below. But it was really fun. And I went with my friend Lynn, and a couple of ladies from the London area came, and we went for lunch. And yeah, it was a nice outing.
That's awesome.
Then a few weeks after that, I went to the Manitoba Fiber Festival. Right. So I flew out to stay with Marianne, and we went to that. And oh my gosh, that was fun. It is such a good festival.
That's good though.
Yeah, it's very similar to, I would say it's similar to Woolstock. So they had the live animals. We didn't go see any, but they had live animals. They were doing shearing demos. They had like the rabbits there. They had a lot of fleece and fiber and a lot of yarn, some fabulous indie dyers. They had made products for sale. There were a couple of alpaca booths, so I did buy some alpaca.
Nice.
Again. A booth called Dragon Fiber Bags had these little mini boxy bags.
Those are so cute.
So they could be like little notions pouches. Isn't that adorable?
That is adorable.
I know. And it's like, look how inside, their labels inside, the seams are all finished.
That's amazing.
No raw seams. It's got a handy little clasp. So you could, attach it to your keys or to your project bag. And I just love this it's like a little light teal metallic.
That's so cute.
And there was a silver metallic. So I got one for you.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. So next time I see you, I'll get you this. Yeah, they're really adorable. So I picked up those. They had beautiful bags.
Nice.
What else? Oh, okay. I found there's a woman that makes handmade brooms. So it's broom corn, like it's not a corn variety that you eat. It's broom corn, and they make handmade brooms. And this is just a little mini hand whisk. And she said they're great for picking up, like I'm going to use it for my sewing table because it'll pick up fibers.
Like your sewing table or your, when you're cross stitching, right? The little
threads
everywhere.
Yeah. She said they pick up the fibers and the lint and stuff, but they don't get stuck way up inside. So I didn't say who it was. This is Prairie Breeze Folk Arts. Okay. And I believe they're in the Balmoral, Manitoba area. And she has opened up a little country shop, and she does classes. So you can make your own brooms. And she has like all kinds. Like I just bought this little cute little one for a souvenir. So that was really cool. Caught my eye. I also picked up, I go down these rabbit holes because of maker friends that decide to do something rabbit holey.
Okay. I have to tell you something. Okay. I'm laughing over here because you're looking down there and I'm going like this, trying to see what you're looking at.
I'll show you. We saw on Instagram these wool applique and embroidered pairs from a shop in New Zealand called the Apple Basket Patchwork Shop. It's a quilting and yeah. So we ordered patterns to make these little, you can see they're 3D pairs.
Oh, those are
so So we haven't made them yet, but I bought a sheet of Sue Spargo wool because I'm going to do mine in teal.
Really?
And then there was a booth for Borealis beading. I think they're Métis. It's an Indigenous owned business, and they had tons of beads. So I got a bunch of like silver lined in different shades of teals.
Oh, cool, to do the pair.
Yeah, and these like little, I don't know if these are bugle beads, but whatever they're called. So for my pairs, and then I'll have to get like threads and ribbons and stuff. But
very cool.
A little bit of stuff for my pair. And just quickly to mention, I finally got to meet Dina from Mammoth Yarn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was there, and I've been following her for quite a few years and meant to connect with her a few years ago when we were out in Brandon. She's from Winkler. So she was there. So I bought a skein of her yarn. Look at all those little tiny little speckles.
Oh, that's pretty. That's really
so this is her Speckle of Fall 2023 colorway.
That's pretty.
Yeah. And I also met Daria of Cloud9 Fiberworks.
Nice.
And she's Marianne knows her. She goes to Marianne's knitting group. So I got this. Oh, look at the Stellina. You can see it so well.
It's pretty.
Yeah. So solid color socks, but with a little bit of fanciness too.
No. You need to call them and get more of that. That color looks really good on you.
Oh yeah, I'd like that, hey?
Yeah, no, it looks really nice.
Well, thank you. Yeah. It's gonna go on my feet, but
so
that and the alpaca. It was just a lot of fun. All those little mementos. Oh, and then my favorite thing. Marianne and I went straight to get these as soon as we got through the doors because there were limited quantities. A commemorative mug.
Nice.
Isn't that neat? Nice. So this is from Michael Lemaire Pottery. So he made these this year. They were all the same colors. So Marianne has the same one.
Oh, nice. I like the little thumb thing.
Yeah. Can rest your thumb. It's a little small. I have to watch because I usually make a big mug of coffee, and then I don't have this one. I didn't have room for creamer, so I had to dump a little out.
Yeah. So. Oh, very cool.
So those were the main things. We had a lot of fun. We I went with Marianne to her knitting group, the Norwood Naughty Knitters. And we had fun just knitting.
Say that 10 times fast. Come on. Say that 10 times fast.
And it's naughty, like misbehaving, not the pun KN. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So that was a really good time. I'm gonna do a little instructional moment here.
Okay.
Let's talk facts. While we were sitting in the Maker's Lounge, there was a little group that assembled a bunch of chairs sort of right in front of us, and they did a Shetland wool show and tell. So anything that they had made or spun or whatever with Shetland wool, they were talking about it right in front of us. So they kind of opened up their chairs so that we could sort of listen in as well. It was so fascinating. So just to share you a few little bits of information that I learned, plus I picked up the program has some information.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So Shetland wool, and you likely know this because you've been to Scotland. Shetland sheep are sheep that are from a specific area of Scotland, Shetland. They have lived there for over 1,000 years, the sheep.
Generations. Not the same ones, generations.
Yes. Yeah, but like these.
Yeah.
Yep. There are over 30 patterns and markings like on the sheep. So it's not like one sheep that all look the same. There's over 30 different unique sort of patterning. So some of them have spots on their faces, some have spots on their sides.
So I knew that there was a number of them. I just didn't know there was 30.
Over 30. It says more than 30. Oh. And there are 11 main colors that have been identified from their fleece. But of course, there's all kinds of variations from their different colorings. The first Shetlands to come to North America was a small flock imported by the Flett family in Saskatchewan in 1948. First Shetland flock to come over in North America. In 1980, the next group arrived and 28 sheep went to Ontario. So then they were no longer able to import live animals at some point. So in 2022, several Manitoba breeders pooled their resources, and they imported some semen to do some artificial insemination to diversify their local flocks, because there are registered Shetland sheep in Manitoba. Yeah. Longway Homestead is one of them, and they had a beautiful booth. So there's at least 4 flocks, more than that, of Shetlands in Manitoba, which is really awesome, like actual registered Shetland sheep. So there's a little bit of information here about real Shetland wool. So according to British trading standards, it is acceptable for anyone to use the word Shetland to describe yarn that is spun to imitate the qualities of crispness, smoothness, and soft handling attributed to original products from Shetland, regardless of where the wool comes from or the breed. So it can say Shetland because it's like Shetland, and it's not actually fiber content is registered Shetland. So that's something to be interested in, like to think about. If you actually want authentic Shetland sheep wool, then inquire as to the source of the wool in your yarn. Jameson and Smith are the brokers for Shetland wool in the UK, so their website has a bunch of information. It's one of the softest and finest wools of any UK breed, and it can be used for anything from fine lace knitting to really sturdy outerwear. So Gudrun Johnson, who was born in Shetland, she has like knitted wear that are, that her mother knit. And they're over 50 years old and they still look fine and they're durable. So that was so cool just to learn that. Because you hear about it and you just think, oh, Shetland wool, it's like from Shetland. Well, it's a little more involved than that.
Right, yeah.
Do you want to move into...
Well, do you want me to talk? I went to Kitchener this year.
Right. Yes, please. Because it was the same weekend, so I didn't go to Kitchener.
The same weekend, and it was nice. I met up with Adrian. We went out for dinner, and then we went to the show the next day, and it was nice to see everybody. But I picked up.
I don't even know you.
I know, right? Yeah. I know. So yeah, but I couldn't resist it. I knew she was bringing it for me, so she brought that. I also got
Wait. What is it? You showed it, but tell us.
It was it's Timber Yarns. It's the marled DK, and it's actually the gray on black, it's dyed. Peekaboo. It's dyed gray.
What color is it on the label?
It's called marled gray.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's like a gray with because it would come to her as white and black. Right. So it's just kind of I don't quite think it's licorice, but I think it's pretty close. So
licorice would probably be too dark with the
right?
Yeah. Nice.
So
how much did you get? A sweater quantity?
Yeah, I got a sweater quantity. So yeah, it was a toss up between this color and the other, like the natural, which I have here. I have a sock kit over there. So yeah, but so I love it. I just love the marl. But you know what? I am in love with these little crazy things, like the needle stoppers. Because I find that if my cat takes off with my yarn and my knitting, if the stoppers are on, it doesn't tend to unravel. So I got these. Actually, Heather sent me these. I don't know if she can get them. You can ask her, but she sent them to me. And once you see them, you'll get it.
Are they Jeeps?
Yeah, they're little Jeeps. So yeah, they're pretty cute. Big tires. Red. So yeah.
For people that don't know, Lisa has a Jeep.
And then I got these.
What is it?
It says Barbie.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
I see it now.
And I got these. Now, I'm going to wave right now in case you have to take it off, okay?
What? I can't read it because it's small and I don't have my... What does it say?
I don't want to say it in case we get beeped.
Oh.
It says, yes, I am that bitch.
Okay. I think we can say that.
I got those. I just thought, I think they're so cute.
Yeah. She has tons. I don't know if they're on her online shop, but she had tons of them in her booth, all different kinds.
Oh, she had a ton of them. And she has, she even has the ginger snap ones, the couple. I think she had those, but she had like a ton of them, different ones. Yeah. Like, yeah, it was kind of. But
speaking of Barbie, she has a custom colorway that came out that she launched at Kitchener. That's related to Barbie.
That I think is on our website, but it's really nice. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
yeah. It's not me, but it's really nice.
Yeah. So if you're all involved in all the Barbie rage right now, you can find the Barbie colorway from Timber Yarns on their website now.
Her booth was crazy.
Sure.
A lot of them were crazy. So yeah. But again, it was really nice to see like friends that I haven't seen in forever, and it was good to see some of the vendors that we see. But it was good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what else?
Well, do you want to get into some knitting?
Oh, we could do that. That.
I want to just talk about this because I picked up the yarn for this project.
Okay.
At the Manitoba Fiber Festival. So Wolseley Wool, which is the Winnipeg's yarn shop, Wolseley Wool carries Blue Sky Fiber, and they had a bunch of bundles of these, like I've taken them apart, of all these little mini skeins.
Oh, pretty.
So they had one bundle that was kind of all neutrals, grays and sort of beiges, and then they had a holiday like greens with some reds, grays. So these are Blue Sky Fibers, Woolstock worsted, 100% fine Highland wool. And they are mini hanks, truly. They are only 5 grams.
Okay.
But there were, I think, over 100 grams in each bundle.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. So I made a hat.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Isn't it? I did some cables on a 2x2 ribbing with cable. And all of these motifs are from the Pacific Knit Co., the doodles.
I could get lost in those doodles, I tell you.
Yes. So she has these little doodled card decks that are full of a bunch of different assorted patterns. And like these, I love that she'll show them with the colors reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
And she also has PDFs with different themes. So I did buy some PDFs when they were on sale. So I think I used the snowflake one. Yes. My snowflake motif was from her doodle deck.
Now,
and then
if you go into, I think she's all doing it as cards now, expansion packs and stuff.
Yeah.
I find that sometimes, given that we're in Canada and shipping can be expensive, the PDFs are a really good option because they have she has a lot of them.
Yes. So I did use her Doodle Hat pattern, and I was pulling designs. I was looking at so many. So I think the trees might be from either the winter one or the mountain one. But I did these little trees, and then this is just a little crisscross pattern, and the snowflakes. So the only issue.
Okay, hold on a second. Whoa. So put that back up. Where is your seam? Like, oh, I see it. Never mind. Okay.
Can you see it? Is it on this side? Yeah, it is. So, but here's what's interesting. Patty Lyons, a few days before I did this, put up videos on a technique for making your seams look better in color work in the round. And I used it, and it is definitely an improvement. So If
Well,
you just
actually,
look
I
at,
didn't realize it was it was a seam. I thought at first you had missed one, but now that I see it again, it's the seam. Or where you turn your,
just right here.
yeah,
I mean,
it
it's
looks
pretty good compared to the other ones. Like it looks
Mhm.
great in the trees. There's the very first stitch is wonky because I didn't have a color below to use. So that's the best that my color work has ever looked in the round in the transitioning. So she's put the videos up. They're free. You can watch them on Instagram. I don't know if she has any YouTube tutorials, but I mean, you can go on Instagram. They're short,
right?
concise. She shows you very up close how to exactly do it.
She is like a knitting guru.
Yeah,
It's
amazing.
crazy. Like I went out and I bought that book. What's it? This one? That's cute.
Cute.
That's so cute.
It's kind of pointy because I had steam pressed it. Yes, I have that.
It's amazing.
That's
It's just the little tidbits of information that
yeah,
are in there are insane. Like, I'm like,
exactly. So if you don't have this book, it's fantastic.
okay, can we do a screenshot? Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, that was just when you were talking. I thought that'd be a cute screenshot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the only problem is these are too small. Like I couldn't even this stripe. I think
Okay.
I had a bazillion ends. I had more ends than you'd expect because I had to add a skein partway through. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
so they are quite small.
Mm-hmm.
So just FYI, it'd be if you were doing like micro stripes or something like that. But like even I think like for this one for sure I had to use 2 of the white.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I had to go into a second green. But I've woven in all the ends. So isn't that cute? That was so much fun. It only took me about 4 or 5 days. It took me probably like almost as much time to figure out which motifs I wanted to use, in which order, and which colors than actually knitting it.
Oh, I know. You could get lost now. Okay, so for color work, can I show my little dress? Okay, so along the lines of color work, I am doing Flora by Jessica McDonald and what is it? Rerum Natura?
Durarum Natura.
Rerum Natura in Ulysses. It's like, can you pick easy words? So yeah, so I get the.
Oh, Lisa.
Isn't that adorable?
Yes.
So I think it's not quite for me, but I think I'm just gonna make it short sleeves because then it'll last her longer. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause if you put a little onesie underneath it, it'll be great. So I use the light gray for a little bit, the red, the green,
Love that green.
and the blue, and the dark gray for the body.
Nice. Did
So
you
yeah,
say what the pattern was?
yeah, it's Flora by Jessica McDonald, and yeah, it's really I don't know. These are the colors that she used, and they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. But I just thought it'd be kind of a cute little almost Christmas dress, but the different colors. But yeah, so that is the red is Pavot, the light gray is Geoland, the dark gray is Granite, the blue is called Plume, and the green is Printemps. Printemps. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was I just love it. It's so cute. But
and you can find that yarn at the Knitting Loft.
Yeah. But I get your ends having to be woven in.
Yeah.
So, right. But yeah, it's so cute. But yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I just thought because you did color work. Do you have yeah, but that was an FO. Sorry, I jumped out of line there.
No, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Does it have to be in order? I mean, really, come on. Who cares?
My life is never in order.
I made my notes in order, so I'm going to be in order. I also have a pair of finished socks. So
nice.
These are the Rumplestiltskin socks by Very Busy Monkey. And I'll just come up close so you can see the pattern in there.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
The color is not this light. It's a little darker there. It's the yarn is Malabrigo Ultimate Sock, so it has nylon. and it is teal feather.
Oh, I thought it was the anniversary one. That's why I'm laughing.
No, it's teal feather. But like, just look at that. Beautiful.
I like the depth of it. Very cool.
And it wasn't difficult. I had to follow the chart, but I mean, you can read the row below so you can figure out where you are, right?
Exactly, right?
Yeah, and I did in the pattern, I think it's a 30 row repeat.
Oh, that's a long.
Or 30 round repeat. So I did 2 repeats for the leg and 2 repeats for the foot.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. So yeah.
And I did do a twisted stitch.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty.
Heel. So it just stands out a tiny bit more than the normal slip stitch.
I like it when you did. I like that heel because you don't see the striping. Because you know how sometimes if you do, there's more texture, so you lose the odd striping that you might get in a hand dyed.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can see it a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's not as obvious, right? So
yeah. And I got this yarn at the Little Red Mitten.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of colors in the Ultimate Sock, the Malabrigo, and I love it. They were fun to knit. I just love them. So another pair in my mission this year to do solid colored socks.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I did this. I did finish the sweater.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, so this is Seaside Sweater. Again, it's for me. It's Seaside Sweater. It's by Petite Knits. And I use this the Sans Garn Petite Knits Double Sunday. And this is navy. This is navy and this is pink. And I got little buttons. And 100% merino, and I just think it's so cute. And I will use this. I want to make myself a sweater. The stitch definition in this is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. So funny story, I ordered this and I asked the people at Knitting Loft, who are amazing, by the way, if they could take a picture. Like I just texted them, is this color navy? And they're like, yeah, it's kind of, because it's kind of a stone navy, like it's got a little gray in it. But so they took a picture of it. And then I asked them about buttons. So they showed me a couple of buttons. And then I was so excited. So I ordered a button. Just one.
Just one.
I forgot to change the quantity. So I had to call them up and I'm like, hi, it's me again. Can you just, so instead of ordering them, they're really good. They just sent me a bill for the ones and threw them in with the shipping. But yeah. And you know what? This is so soft. It's like, it's 100%, again, merino wool, but just everything, like it just, I would like to do a cable sweater in this. Like it would just, you know what I mean? Like it's the kind of stitch that just kind of pops. You know what? Like,
yeah.
I just think it's so pretty.
Yeah.
And it's so like it's been blocked, so it's really even. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my
nice.
Yeah. It's going to be shipped off soon.
I finished a sweater. Well, it was almost finished, so it's, I had not finished the sleeves on my Yume.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Yume by Isabell Kraemer.
And you can see I remember. It's pretty.
You can see, I have good light in here today. You can see there's a lace.
Cool.
Let me show you the right side. The little lace pattern around the neck. And so all I had to do was the sleeves, but I just didn't know how long I wanted to make them. I decided just to keep them super short. So
right. Sometimes Sleeve Island can be very lonely.
Yes. And I did twisted rib on the sleeves because I did twisted rib on the bottom hem.
Oh, nice.
Which is my new favorite thing, twisted rib.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's done. It's a little snug. I can't wear it because it's just, I didn't wet block it. I steam blocked it. Yeah, I just did some steam pressing. So, I mean, it has a lot of stretch, right? But if I put it on right now, it's very snug, which isn't, I don't like clingy sweaters. So we'll see. I may try wet blocking it and see what happens, but it's a short sleeve and I will have it for the spring for sure. Love it. Oh, and the yarn. The yarn is Rhichard Devrieze, his Thede base. It is a fingering and it is the color is called Eagerly Awaiting.
Did you get that at the Yarn Connection?
No, I got this at the Thoughtful Artisans event like almost a year ago. Yeah.
It is almost a year ago. Aren't you going again this year?
Yeah. She's doing a Christmassy holiday one in November.
That'll be
and
fun.
I bought tickets for it. And the lunch is like a holiday, like a roast turkey.
Oh, nice.
Dinner lunch. Yeah.
That's a cool idea.
So she's doing that with Rhichard again. I believe it's a surprise what the pattern will be and the yarn, but it is an accessory. So I'm maybe a cowl or something. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. And then of course he always brings a bunch of yarn as well. It's a little pop-up for him. So
I know, right?
This is just beautiful. I did do helical knitting. And just quickly, I did do the little faux.
Oh, seam. Yeah, nice.
Faux side seam. Yeah.
She has a lot of those in her patterns. They look nice.
I can't remember if this was even in her pattern or if I did it. And I actually did 2 stitches instead of just 1.
Okay.
So it's just there.
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put that away. So that's finally an FO.
So I have this whip that I started and I didn't like the color. And I even took it to the UK thinking I'd do it. Didn't like it. So I started with you. It was the tree ring. And I tried it with 2 hand dyes that look really different when they're separate, but when they're together, they look too close to the same, so you don't get the effect. And I ripped it apart. So then I tried it with another, like the hand dyes with like a solid. But the thing was, the solid was thicker than the hand dyed was. Even when you blocked it, it was still like, so it was thin, thick, and I didn't like it. So I started again. And sometimes there's a reason that we stay within our comfort zone. So this is the tree ring. I forget who it's by. I wrote it down. Did I write it down? Tree ring. I forget who it's by. But this is, I'll look it up in a second. Holst Garn, and it's the super soft. And I did it in navy and silver.
Oh, that looks really good.
Doesn't that look nice?
Move it over a bit in front of yourself. There.
I know, right? Like, where am I? Yeah. So isn't that pretty? I love it. This is more me, and I love the contrast. But yeah, so it was just kind of, yeah. I'm really happy with it. I'm almost done. I'm heading to Sleeve Island soon. But again, it's all helical knitting, all of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I did do helical knitting on my Yume as well. I did on almost pretty much everything. Right
here. See where it goes down? That's before you started the helical knitting. But I kind of looked at it and stretched out, and I think it'll block out okay. So yeah.
So that is, I found it, Lisa, while you were talking. It's the Tree Ring Tee by Danny Miga. Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty. It's funny because I really like this sweater. I love stripes. Everybody knows I love stripes. But those colors didn't. But then when I saw all the colors, I'll probably just do a fade. Like go from the the gray to the light to the dark. Just because I think that would look better with the yarn that I had. So yeah.
Yeah, I would like to knit that as well.
Oh yeah, I like it because it doesn't make, like, sometimes with stripes, if I find if the stripes are really wide, they can kind of make you look wider. Do you know what I mean? Or boxier.
Yes.
But no.
Yeah, I'm not a big horizontal stripe on sweater person, but I would knit that and wear it. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny because when you look at it, like, it doesn't read stripy.
No. So I love those micro stripes.
Yeah, like it's just micro and it doesn't, yeah. So I like them.
Are you going to make that short sleeve or long sleeve?
Well, I have enough to make it long sleeve. So I'll probably make it long sleeve, but it's pretty light. And I did make it one size too big because I wanted it baggy kind of thing. But yeah. And I can never get over this. Like, so this is a ball of holes that I had around the house. And I had that color and this color. Oops. So I had the 2 colors there. Well, these things, the mileage on these, 314 yards.
Yes. Yeah.
I had 4 each. I'm done.
Is that super soft or coast?
Yeah, super soft.
And are you holding it single strand for the sweater?
Single. Yeah. Because it's done in a knitting, which is Yeah.
Yep.
It's done in fingering weight, but that's why I went up a size because my gauge is a little bit, but I wanted it baggy. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it'll fit me.
Well, speaking of coat or Holst, I'm knitting the field sweater. So this is a whip still.
Okay.
It's the field sweater by Camilla Vad, and I'm using the Coast in the color olive. That's it right there. Just a grayish green. And it's on pause because, okay, so I was making good progress. Let me just show you from the top down.
Okay.
So I did get into the next set of the grain stitches, and I'm close to being done. So I'm close to being done, and I realize in the previous section where you do the smaller grains up here, there's a part of the stitch where you're knitting through the back loop.
Okay.
So it tells you like knit through the back loop. So I happily carry on. I'm making all these grain stitches, and then I happen to look at the pattern on this particular round, and it just said knit the 3 together, and I'm like, well, it didn't say through the back loop, and I'm like, is that a typo? I go back and check, and basically this whole section, I believe, should have been
through the back.
Should have been through the back loop. No, I did them through the back loop, should not have been. So I don't know what difference it would make, and I don't know why it was changed. And I just put it aside to think about it.
Yeah.
I thought I might make a couple not through the back loop and then see how they look different.
Yeah. Just put a lifeline in though, so it's easy to rip out.
Yeah, like I just don't know why it changed. Because it makes them stick up nicely. So it looks like all the other ones. Anyway, I just put it on pause while I contemplate that decision.
Right. Okay, so
it was going well.
Okay, so on that little tangent, okay, I'm calling it that because I think she's had a tangent, the designer. Have you seen her feed?
Oh my gosh, field everything.
There's a cardigan, a hat, a vest, and she's having a sale right now. But yeah, okay, the cardigan. The sale's only until the 1st of October. You won't get it out. But yeah, the cardigan's really pretty. But I love the vest. Like, look at that.
Yeah,
like
with this grain stitches on the bottom.
Right. Yeah, and the hat is really pretty too.
Yeah, I know. I was tempted to make the hat.
Like, the patterns haven't come out yet. I'm still waiting on that.
On this pattern, when I first started it, I think I mentioned on the last episode, I had to use a cable needle because I'm using the Coast held double, and I'm cabling like a bunch of strands, like 4 strands, 3 in 1. Right. And it was a little tricky with basically there's 8 strands of yarn. Yeah. After a few series of those, I can now do it without the cable needle. Okay. So, that makes things go a little faster because there's a heck of a lot of those grain stitches all the way around. Right. So, I know it's a lot of cabling at first, but the result is beautiful. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's really nice.
I have one more whip to show. I have a lot of whips. I have one more that I'm going to show. My Sur Shirt by Caidreee looks a lot like last time, just longer, but it's getting there.
Oh, look at you.
That's so my underarm measurement, it's not quite as long as I measured some of my other sweaters, so I'm close. But I instead, this time, this is not part of the pattern, I wanted to do the little faux seam. So I did 4 stitches and I turned it into a pearl, a cable, a pearl.
Nice. That's nice.
So this is down the underarm.
Oh, nice. So, are you going to do it on the sleeve? Oh, it's a short sleeve.
It's a short sleeve and it's a lot of ribbing. So no, I probably won't. Yeah. So that's coming along. So this is the Sur Shirt by Caidreee. It's got a lot of ribbing at the neck. So it looks like a huge neckline, but there's she had really a lot of ribbing. I probably won't do quite that much. I'll do some and try it on and then see. And the yarn is by The Loving Path. And it is her Merlin merino linen combo. and the color is Ahead by a Century. I love it. Like a gray with some periwinkle bluish, cornflower blue.
It's
and
pretty.
Little flecks of browns.
I was gonna say brown or yellow. Like there's a bit of brown. Nice.
Tiny, yeah. It's gorgeous. So that's also, I haven't touched that for a few weeks because I've been doing other things. I'm helical knitting this, and I actually have 3 balls going. So I'm helical knitting, and then I started sort of on the other side of the sweater because the skeins were fairly different, and I didn't want to introduce, like, if you look at these two,
Yeah.
right, you can kind of see this one's darker. And I already had one in progress, so I thought I'm just going to blend it that way, and it's looking great. I'm not getting any major pooling.
So are you helical knitting with 3 balls and just switching them up as you come to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not all, yeah. So I did, when you helical knit, you meet up. And then when I added the 3rd ball, I did it on the other side of the sweater. So I kind of went around. So they aren't close together, because then what would be the point? Yeah. I did that on another project too. I added in a 3rd skein because just there were a lot of noticeable differences between them.
Yeah.
So I didn't do that for the whole sweater, but once I got further down and the one cake was, getting a little lower, and I knew I'd have to introduce another one, I thought I'm going to introduce it sooner and do 3. So it's just have to untwist them every now and then. You know what? An easy way to do that. So I keep the skeins in my project bag, right?
Okay.
So I'm knitting out of my project bag and I'm turning my sweater. So you can turn your sweater the other way to untwist the strands, or you can just turn your project bag the other way. Whatever works.
Awesome.
Have you got, you said you wanted to do a cable sweater. Do you have a project queued up to start?
I think I would like to do Moby by Petite. It's got the large lattice down the front, and it's got 2 cables.
Can you spell it?
Moby.
Moby by Petite Knits.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's it there.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, so don't forget about our make-alongs. We have the New to You technique, twisted in cables. So, this sock, Rumplestiltskin, totally counts. Lots of twisted stitches going on here.
Looks like waves.
This was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, no, it looks like waves.
And our year-long sweater make-along.
Yeah, year-long sweater make-along.
Yeah. So I think that's all we have planned right now. We're not starting anything new. We'll get through these. We have some more sweaters to finish. And there are some beautiful projects in the Ravelry threads.
I know, right?
Out.
Oh,
and just one last plug. As usual, we have our viewers, our group members, FOs. So show your FO slideshows coming up. And I think there's around 15 new posts. So there'll be lots to see.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I have.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Thanks for coming and checking us out again. We appreciate it. If you're new, we hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed spending time with us, we appreciate a little thumbs up down below. And subscribe so you get notified. We'll likely be back towards the end of October, I think.
Okay.
As usual, make time to make something.
And happy knitting. Take care. See you soon.